We're here with Aston Villa boss Unai Emery, thanks to FC25. Unai, today we're going to get some of your top tips on becoming the best possible football coach. We've got 5 different areas of management I want to touch on with you today. We're going to start with man management. How important is man management to you in the modern game?
Of course, it's very important. We are managing people, and every players as a man, they have different culture, coming from different countries. The respect of them is the first for everything.
Okay.
Cultural, about their religion. Then is try to get the best of them as a players. But you have to manage both. You have to try to understand both sides, to try to as well emotionally something about our relationship as a professional is very important, because always we are managing emotions.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to the next area then we want to touch on, is leadership. Have you always been a natural leader in the dressing room? Did that come to you very easily?
I learned in my process as a coach, separate when you are extremely demanding working with the players and serious, disciplined, very direct, and when you are with them but not directly working for training session or speaking about something work, because as well we are sharing time, speaking, having a breakfast, having lunch, in traveling, and of course something is very important for the players as well, to try to manage them, speaking about the life and maybe asking about their family, about their life as well. They're happy in this country, in this club, the family adaptation is going well, and sometimes the players need in this way as well to try to be in this connection with the coach or with the club. And I am a leadership, I like to try to understand each moment. Separate when I am working extremely direct for a work and very demanding, and when I am speaking with the players about the family, about the adaptation of them in the country, in the city we are.
So if you were a young coach and you were watching this, how do you find that balance between being very direct and then also...
Good morning, smiling.
Yeah, being
and then working so serious.
Yeah.
This is my, yes, and finishing the day as well. Good luck and go home happy, smiling.
Smiling.
But during the work, I am not smiling a lot.
So for coaches at home are watching and maybe they take a lot of training sessions, how important is it to be very driven on the training ground? How hands-on are you at Aston Villa? On
the pitch, I am completely different. I am a coach, I am a manager, I am X. I am not Unai Emery, I am not coach, I am X. A person, a coach, a manager, and I am a robot.
Yeah.
Like a robot.
Really?
Like a robot, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yes. Of course, football is a lot of things, but you have to be as a robot as well when you are so focused about everything you want to set with the players. And then, of course, we are speaking about football, is of course it's hard, is be disciplined, but then it's hard. And the heart is emotions, and try to smile, try to be positive, try to transmit then positive energy. This is more or less my shares with the players.
Moves on to the next one, which is tactics. A lot of people were wondering how they go about sort of finding a philosophy that works for them.
I like football, and I really love to identify every day something different about football. I am very demanding myself to try to get updating every day about everything, and I like to watch another coaches. I like to watch another successful teams, and try to understand or to identify how they are doing their work.
Is there anybody in particular that you've seen this season you thought, oh, that's really interesting, I like how they play, I like their football?
Of course, I respect a lot Guardiola, I respect a lot Klopp, I respect a lot now Slot, and the younger coaches as well, they are coming so good coaches.
Incredible.
I like in another countries or another leagues as well, like Luis Enrique, he's doing a very fantastic job as well. Ancelotti in Spain, Flick as well in Barcelona, and of course Inzaghi in Inter de Milan, and being very consistent, being very successful each year in one team like Inter, very demanding, getting the objective, really appreciate a lot. Of course, I have my own identity as a coach, and I want to always to add something, improving as well my own identity, but more or less my style, my idea, I am keeping for a long time and always trying to improve small details.
So if you were a young coach watching this, would you say to watch as much football as you possibly can and try and take little things and see what other coaches are doing?
I can't, because I don't have time.
Okay.
I am...
they might not be as busy as you, Unai.
Yes, but I am following the coaches.
Okay.
I am following the teams. I am trying to understand why and try to get information. My deep work every day is to analyze ourselves.
Okay.
And I am watching our matches 3, 4, 5 times.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Getting a lot of information to try to include this in my mind, and then try to set with the players, watching with them as well in the meeting or working on the field. And of course, this is the better way I can have in my analyzing our team. But when we are playing another teams, I like analyze with my coaches and myself as well to try to set the game plan. Okay. And when we are playing against every team, is the moment I can identify, analyze another teams, and I appreciate a lot how they are managing as well, or how they are coaching in different styles, in different countries.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. That leads perfectly on to our final area to look at, which is dealing with adversity. How you overcome setbacks potentially, because your big personality, obviously, in football it happens, everybody loses games, but I think a lot of coaches are interested in how they are able to get back on track quickly.
In your career, maybe we can use some comparison like in tennis. Tennis, the winner, they are winning, but they are losing during the process winning, they are losing a lot of, no matches, even in 3 set they are playing, they can lose 1 and they are winning then 2. You have to be successful, but it's impossible always winning. I am so realistic with the players, but very positive. And when I am losing, of course, I have 1 day in morning, but only 1 day. Another 6 days, I am again full energy to be positive and to prepare as better as possible the next challenge that we have.
So it's about being positive for you behind the scenes. Even when you lose, you're after the first day, we forget about it, we more, and then we come back, different attitude, new week.
Yes, usually. I learned in my process as a coach, I needed sometimes when we were losing and sometimes in bad moment, was very important to read some books about management, about control of emotions, in difficult moments, how you have to try to get yourself under your control, your mind. I learned a lot in my process as a coach. Reading, I was finding a lot of time my good balance.
Is that away from football? When they're at home, maybe coaches could read books about management techniques, about how to deal with emotions. You think you're kind of recommending young coaches do that away from the game as well?
Yes. Habits. I like a lot to try to get myself the balance and try to sleep after each match, winning and losing.
Unai, absolutely love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.